So today's video is going to be something a little bit different. I thought today we could do a kind of spring clean with me. My house definitely needs a spring clean, and I'm actually home today. Obviously this is not going to go up on the day that you're seeing it, but whatever. Hence why I've got no makeup on, because I like to just not wear any makeup when I'm at home, let my skin have a bit of a breather. And I've got a couple of breakouts going on as well, so trying to let those heal up. But we're going to do a bit of a spring clean everywhere. I'm going to show you my favourite products, what I use, little tips and tricks, probably all kind of Mrs. Hinch things that we've all seen. And yeah, I thought I'd take you along because I've never done one of these before and I quite enjoy watching them and I find them quite motivating, so hope you enjoy. This isn't cleaning related, but I thought I'd just show you anyway because I'm at home. It's like 9:25 and I'm going to put some food in the slow cooker. I'm not going to eat this because it's got meat in it. But we had some stuff that kind of needed using up, so I'm just going to make a regular kind of bolognese type thing that Paul can eat over a couple of days. I'll put a few in the freezer as well, and then he can grab them kind of when I'm not around and things like that. He can cook for himself obviously, and he does do, but when I'm a better kind of leftover cook than he is. So I've just browned some mince in there. I've got 2 cans of chopped tomatoes, and then in here I've got some leeks because they needed using up, and some mushrooms. I know it's not like a traditional bolognese where you put celery and carrot in that or whatever, but it's a use it all up bolognese, and he seems to say it tastes good. So I'll put all that in, chuck some tomatoes in, and I'll put that on like 6 hours, and that'll just do its thing, and it's actually really easy. So one of the first things I do whenever I'm tidying is washing goes in first, because obviously you don't need to do that. It's an hour that you can do other stuff while the washing's just doing its own thing. So I'm going to just chuck a load in. I don't separate my washing because I don't feel like it makes much difference. As long as you don't have it on too high a temperature, nothing happens, and I'm lazy and I don't have time to separate my washing. Plus we don't have that much white washing anyway. But things I'm using for the washing at the moment, I'm using this from, I want to say it's from either Aldi or Lidl. It smells really nice and it doesn't leave that kind of chalky residue sometimes that washing powder can. And then this Comfort Deluxe Divine Petals fabric softener smells amazing. So just put a little bit of that and then pop that in there. If I'm washing towels or something like that, I'll put a capful of Zoflora as well. But for just regular washing, I won't bother. So another tip that I've definitely taken from Mrs. Hinch on Instagram is to make this little concoction. This is just a random spray bottle, and it's got water and then a tiny bit of the fabric softener and a little bit of Zoflora, and I just spray it on my bedding. I'm going to go and change the bed now. Spray it on the bedding, it refreshes it, it makes it smell good. I know some people are a bit funny about like the chemical elements and stuff, but I'm not bothered. If you're bothered, then don't do it. But I don't mind, and it makes everything smell really fresh and lovely, and especially when you've got new bedding on, it's great. And this is one of my favourites. The Zoflora is actually the Lavender Escape, and it's nice on your bedding because it kind of smells like lavender. It's very sunny today, so you can't really see, but I haven't made the bed because I'm going to strip the bed and change the bedding. So I'm going to show you how I do that, and then I'm also going to spritz some of this concoction on the sheet and then on the bed after I've made it. And so made the bed, changed the bedding. That bedding is from Dunelm. It's like the teddy bedding. It's the really fluffy bedding. It's lovely. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck, well, as soon as the other washing comes out, I'm going to chuck that bedding in the wash as well. So that's already done. And I've got this microfiber cloth here, and I'm just going to quickly dust bedside cabinets and these cabinets as well, and sort of on the fireplace area and that kind of thing, because it can get quite dusty and I don't want it to accumulate, and it just, because they're painted white and varnished and stuff, it works better if I do it that way. So I've come into the room where my dresser is as well, and that just needs a bit of a tidy. The lid needs to go back on there. This all needs to be put away, sorted. That area needs to kind of be a little bit sorted, and obviously this needs wiping because it's quite dirty as well. I have got a basket of product here of new stuff that I'm playing around with, so that kind of does just live there, even though it doesn't look very pretty, but whatever, it can stay there. So I'm just going to get all of this wiped, get it a bit cleaner and tidier in here, and go from there. So kitchen tidy up, I'm just going to rinse those dishes. That's from the shake that I'm having right now. Actually, I've got loads of ice in it and it's actually really enjoyable. And just sort that out, empty the food recycling bin, throw that away, wipe down all the surfaces. I'll show you what I use for that in a minute, but yeah, washing up first. One thing I am definitely going to do is I'm going to take out these Tart burners, the actual tarts from the burners, and empty them and put some fresh ones in. And I also used up this candle. It's this Zoella hot chocolate candle. So I'm going to empty that because I want to keep the jar, because I think the jar's actually really nice, and can put, I don't know, pens or something in it. So I'm going to do that. That one with hot water, that I'm just going to get them out with a knife because it's easier, and then I'll just rinse them as well. So I use these Dettol wipes. These are pomegranate and lime splash, just to wipe stuff like this. So I'll just wipe it all inside, gets rid of all the bacteria, leaves it smelling fresh, and then I'll show you a cool little trick that I do. So what I do with this is I'll take just a bit of kitchen towel, fold it over, then put a capful of neat Zoflora, this one's just the very berry one, in it, and put it at the bottom of the bin before I put the bag in, and it really, really helps with the smell, because it's just like, I empty it every sort of other day, and it does stink because it's just food. So that's a good way of kind of helping mask that a bit, and it's not so gross. The washing is done, so I'm going to go and do that as well, after I've just wiped down everything in here. Going to give the coffee table a quick wipe with this window and glass cleaner on the glass bits, with just a damp microfiber cloth as well. One thing I'm going to do as well is I'm going to change out the candles that I've been burning to something just a little bit less wintry, just because I feel like it's more appropriate. So I'm going to put out this one, which is a Yankee Candle one called Pear and Tea Leaf. A little bit sweeter and a little bit more kind of spring-like. And then over there, we usually have a candle too, and I'm going to put this one, not sure what this one is, it's from TK Maxx. I think someone bought me it as a gift, but it smells really nice, and it's just a bit fresher than the hot chocolate one that I finished yesterday. Something I do try and do occasionally is clean my radiators with some neat Zoflora, because not only does it clean them really, really well, like you can see here, just gets rid of everything. Once you turn them on, you're left with a really, really, really nice smell, and it kind of just like goes all over the house, and it's really lovely, but it gets them really, really clean. One thing I've done in here as well, as you can see, is I've just sprayed this shake and vac. This is the fresh lemon one, it's my favourite. Sprinkled it all over the carpet, and I'll leave that to soak in for like 5-10 minutes, and then hoover all of that up, and it just makes the room smell so fresh and lovely. I do like that carpet 101 stuff, but every time I've been to Tesco's and Home Bargains recently, they haven't had any, so I haven't had any for ages, and I do really miss that, because I think that smells really, really good. But I've done that, and then I've also sprayed some of the fabric softener like mixture, a different one, on couches and on the curtains as well, because that just freshens everything up, and it just makes everything feel really nice and kind of smelling fresh, smelling clean, and I love it. So this is our hallway as well. Ignore the box of Diet Coke there, that actually needs to go outside. But hallway, the floor's always been like this. They've painted it, and they've not done a very good job at protecting the floor. So what I am going to do is hoover. I'm going to hoover here, I'm going to hoover in the dining room. I'm not going to show you the dining room properly because it's an absolute tip. Well, I'll show you quickly, but like, it's really messy in here because it's our kind of office / dining room, and yeah, you don't want to see all that paperwork on there. Is restaurant related paperwork that I've got in piles to do different stuff with, so we'll ignore that. But I'll hoover here as well, hoover in the kitchen, hoover the living room, and then I'm going to wash the floor in the kitchen, wash the floor here, and I'll show you what I use to wash the floor as well, because I really like the combination I'm going to use. But I'll hoover quickly now. I've just got a Henry Hoover. I have had fancy hoovers before, okay? Like, I had a really expensive Shark one twice, and both times, after about a year, it stopped working. Just when the warranty ran out, they stopped working. So I got fed up of spending quite a bit of money on them, and I just thought I'm going to just buy that, because my mum's had one for like 40 years or whatever, and it works fine. It's annoying. I end up swearing at it every time I'm hoovering, but other than that, it's pleasant enough. So floor washing dream team at the moment are this Flash Ultra Power Febreze thing. Tiny bit goes a long way, and it just cleans your floor and it smells great. And I put a capful of the Bluebell Wood Zoflora in because I'm obsessed. And it's just a regular mop. I don't have a steam mop or anything. We have wooden floors, and you're not meant to use steam mop on those. And I need to buy a new mop at some point. I'll buy one of them fancy ones that you put the water in and stuff, but I haven't bought one yet just because, I don't know. I haven't, and I'm going to change the head of that before you say that looks disgusting. I've got a new head down there, so I'm going to do that as well, but I'll give the floor a quick mop. So floor all mopped, the other floor is also all mopped. I'm going to just let that dry while I go upstairs and quickly put out the bedding. So the other washing I've put out, bedding I'm going to put out, so that's 2 loads of washing that I've done today. And then I'm going to give the bathroom a quick spruce and hoover upstairs, and we're pretty much done, I think. So bathroom cleaning, I've come in, I've spritzed sink, bath, toilet. I'm not going to show you the toilet because nobody wants to see that. With this is my favourite thing to clean bathroom with. It's Flash Bathroom with Febreze. Smells great, gets rid of scum and leaves your bathroom actually smelling quite fresh afterwards. So spritz that, going to give it a second, and then I'm going to just wipe it all down with a wipe. Sometimes I'll kind of scrub the bath with, I've got like a little scrubby thing. And shower, I've spritzed that down. My shower is always dirty. I don't know how other people keep their showers clean. Like, it stresses me out, because I'm not going to dry it with a towel every single day after I use it, because who has time to do that? But it's just always not very clean. So what I do is I've got, okay, don't laugh, it's like an electric shower cleaner thing that goes there, and I just give it a quick go over with that, and it gets it really clean. And I'm not sure why it's looking so yellow, it's not that dirty, but yeah, that's something that I definitely need to do, and I'm going to sort out the products there because they're messy. Once I've cleaned everything in here, so I've wiped that down, all nice and clean. I put a little bit of Zoflora down both plug holes because it just freshens everything up and smells really good, and some of the foam aroma, the blue one. I really like the blue one, not so keen on the pink one, into the toilet because it just foams, it makes it smell good, it freshens it up and everything. Wiped a little bit of that Zoflora just because I'm trying to use it up on the radiators, folded towels, fresh towels, everything's good. So I'm going to just tidy up in here, give the floor a quick rinse, I forgot about that, and then I'm done in here. I've got the window open in here as well because it's actually quite a nice day outside, so I think it's just nice to just get a bit of like fresh air in. It's quite warm. These windows are filthy, but they're filthy from the outside, so there's not much I can do. So bedroom is completely all hoovered. It smells so fresh in here. I've got the window open just to get a bit of fresh air and stuff. And oh man, it's so nice. Just I can smell the shaken vac, fresh bed on, just so nice. My neighbours have got washing hanging out over there. Can you see? We don't have a proper garden, and after the recent bin tipping incident and the fact that somebody stole our hosepipe and stole our recycling food bin, I don't fancy putting my washing outside because I fear someone might steal it. But yeah, so nice. And then in the hallway, I've just finished hoovering as well. That bedding, I've just hung it over the door to dry because I find with bedding that's the easiest thing. In here, some washing, hoovered, and then in the spare room, which is also pretty messy. Well, it's not that messy, it's just over there there's like restaurant stuff that doesn't really need to be there. Some more laundry on, some more laundry drying there, but it just smells fresh and clean everywhere and so nice. So now all that's left to do is a couple of bits that I'll show you. So something I always do after I've cleaned is boiling water in the sink with a capful of Zoflora in it. Just makes everywhere smell good, smell fresh. I put the Very Berry one in there. And now, last thing that I do after I've cleaned, because I feel like it's like my reward, is